Hey, what's going on? So today I've got this Signature 2000 dehumidifier, and there's something wrong with it. The fan doesn't work, seems to be stuck. I can turn it on here. I have the bucket for it, but I left it inside. Let's see. There we go. So the refrigeration comes on, but there's no fan. So I'm going to take this apart, take a look at it, see if I can oil it. Hopefully it's not, the bearings aren't worn out in it. This is a pretty old one. I have the matching air conditioner to this. I got the Signature 2000 air conditioner. So this is like the matching dehumidifier. This is an old one, made in USA. It says by Frigidaire. I think it's made by White Westinghouse. So this light seems to be pushed in or something. Hopefully it's inside there. I don't know what it looks like. Alright, we'll take it apart and come back. Alright, here's the inside of this. It's got one of these type of motors, whatever that is. I've had a different one with the same type of motor in it that I was able to get going just by oiling it. There's little holes here. I think you can get to the bearing here. It's probably got sleeve bearings or bushings in it. I can feel one on the other side too. There's another hole there. It does bolt together though. There's bolts back here, so I could take it apart. But I think it's going to be pretty easy to oil it through these holes. So maybe I'll try that first. This light, I have no idea how this is attached to the hole here. This is the hole for the light, and there's nothing here to attach it to. Doesn't look like there ever was anything there. I have no idea how this went. Clipped onto something. Maybe there was something here it clipped onto. I don't know. Alright, let's try to get the motor going. Alright, so I ended up taking the motor apart just because it's quite easy to take apart. The motor's really easy to get out of here. It's just 2 screws holding it to the frame. I had to disconnect this to get the cover off and stuff, but it's pretty easy. The motor just has, it's just got 2 bolts. Blade comes off really easy. Pulled right off. So, it's got sleeve bearings. And this is the packing material, which you can see through these slits. And you can kind of see it around the bottom part of the bearing there. So I'm just going to drop some oil in that, and it's the same thing here. This should pull out a little bit. I should clean the shaft off if it's. This one's not really rusty, but it's quite dirty. So you should clean the shaft off. Oh, it is rusty here. Alright, I'll probably just leave it in and oil it like that. I don't need to take it off. If it's rusty, you don't want to pull that across the bearing. It'll damage it. So, we're just gonna drop some oil there and let it soak in. Like so, you get the idea. Then I'll just let it sit for a while, then I'll just wipe off any excess oil, make sure there's no dust in it. The motor's pretty clean inside. There's like no dust at all in it. It's almost spotless inside. Alright, so we got the motor back together. Forgot to mention, you should make a scratch mark or something on the case and put it back the same way. Other than that, you know, pretty darn easy. So I'm just gonna put this back in, plug it in, see if it still works. The other thing that can happen when you get this back together is sometimes the rotor will lock up, like it'd be extremely stiff. Sometimes it doesn't get stiff till you plug it in. Like right now it's free, but sometimes when you plug this in, turn it on, it will kind of like seize, it'll be frozen. If that happens, you want to shut it off immediately. You don't want it running, you don't want power going to it if it's frozen. If that happens, you give the shaft a few whacks, like so. You might have to do that a few times. It usually frees up. Another thing I should mention, your shaft here should not have any play in it, side to side play. This one doesn't. I already checked it. I'm doing this with one hand. In and out play is normal. That's moving in and out, but you don't want it to move side to side. That means your bearing is worn. And it's probably not going to run too long if your bearing's worn out. Alright, so we got it back together. We got our wires hooked up. There's just, you know, 2 wires here that clip together. Seems to be spinning. Let's turn it on. I got it plugged in? Yes. Alright. This doesn't have any speeds or anything. So that's it. That's all it was, with some oil. Yeah, it's still all cold. So yeah, that'll work fine now. You know, I'm looking at this now. I think this must have had a lens on the grill that this, you know, clipped into. So, you know, there's no lens inside the case or anything. So that's got to be what it was. There's nowhere else to put this. So, yeah. Anyway, it works. I'll see you next time.